All right, Doc, I wanted to try to show you this so that you knew exactly what we were talking about. Now, you tend to be bent over like this, working on people's teeth all the time. So what we want to do is we want to strengthen you in the opposite direction. I've got some different bands here. You can use 1, 2, 3. These are all different intensities. What I'm going to suggest you do is what we want to do is we want to strengthen your core in a different way. So I'm going to pull back here so I can get some stretch. But since you're always this way, what we're going to want to do is grab this and do exercises like this. Okay? So we're going the opposite way that you are all day long. And you've got to lock your core in. So you lock your core in and you do this movement. Because this is the position that you're in, we want to take you into a different way. Make sense? Now, for the neck, it's a lot harder. The neck, you're this way, so what we want to do is we want to take you this way. So you could take a band, kind of wrap it around your head, get some stretch on it, and go the opposite way with your head. There's probably a strap out there somewhere, but don't turn this much. I was doing it here. We want to use mostly your head. So that was the two counteracting, because again, you're like this, which means you're constantly tight this way. It's constantly pulling to the left. So we got to pull opposite. And so when you do that, again, make sure that you get your bands, whether it's 1, 2, I mean, you could use 1, but it doesn't really feel like it gives me any kind of a pull. So that's why I have 3 different ones here right now. And so, again, you're in this position, so we're going to bring it like this. Up, because you're down, we want to be down. It'd probably be better to have these bands down a little lower, and then up. And you can get bands anywhere. I can tell you where to get them. But that's the one exercise I want to start with right now. Again, whether you use however many bands you want to use, this is another exercise. This is called a pull-off press. So what we're going to do is we're going to step out so that the bands are tight to here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tighten up here, and you're going to put yourself in this position. And you're going to go in circles, keeping your nice and slow, and keeping this all solid through here. Okay? Arms out. And then you're going to go the opposite way. And then you're going to do the same thing when you turn the other way. And you're going to go this way and this way. So that's the pull-off press, and you're going to do that in both directions. I think you should also grab a stool or a chair. And because a lot of times you are in this position in a chair, you should also do them in a seated position. Okay? You see what we're doing here? Tightness to tightness. How many would you do? I'd start off maybe just doing 10. And if that's, do that for a couple of days, and if that gets easy, then do 15. And you're going to probably want to do a couple of sets, maybe 10 pulling it that way, 10 sitting, and then 10 with your head. Again, however you want to do it, a strap around your head. You could even take a strap like this and put it here and just hold it. And this is going to really help strengthen these muscles. See, again, you're tight here all the time, so let's strengthen these in the opposite direction. So that's another one you can do. But anyways, I do 10 of them to start with in each position. Try to do 2 sets of each. And if you only do it once a day, I mean, you're really looking at taking approximately, 2 to 3 minutes most. So that'd be some really good exercises to get started with. We can move on to other ones from there. If you don't have a ball, we need to talk about getting a ball. I didn't see one in your gym. This would be a really good thing to have in your gym. So I'll see you tomorrow. You know, I was thinking about it and I thought, gosh, I really need to show you one other thing you should do. Again, I got all these bands. It was like 29 bucks for these and a bunch of other stuff. I got it on Amazon. Be happy to give you the link for it. But because you're constantly in arms out in front of you all the time, in order to avoid the upper back issues, you can use these bands. And for example, here's a green one. You have them. You're going to do them in a couple of different positions, okay? So I make sure that they're even. So you do them as a Y to start with, and you squeeze back, and then you bring them to like a W, and you're going to feel a different place. So up here we hit high on the scapula. Here we hit mid, and then you turn it over and you come down. So you're going to hit the scapula high, medium, and low, and it hits the muscles in all three different positions. So that's a great one to do for you, okay?